At this time, I am going to call the meeting to order, our CRDC meeting for this week. And the meeting is now open where we left off last week. We had just gotten to that 9th district, and we were looking at some of the numbers between District 9 and the size of District 9 and seeing where we might be able to go around and take some of the numbers out of District 9 to be more balanced. Since the time that we took away those numbers, we had some feedback related to some of our divisions in the Northwest area that I'd like us to revisit, as well as we finished last week in Franklinton in the Hilltop area, and I'd like to revisit or look a little closer in that area as well. So last week, again, our approach was trying to dwindle some of the numbers in District 9. As I look at the map now, we're seeing District 9 with about 90,357 folks, and we need to get it down towards the others at 85, 86,000.
Chair Moore, I have a quick question.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commissioner.
What's the census update? I keep
Yeah.
reading about numbers coming out sooner than expected. What do we know?
That could be a great segue. It looks like the census numbers will be out early. What I would propose is whether the census numbers come out early or not, this map that we almost have, how about we release it for public review, take the census numbers if and when they come early, and have a second map already queued up to be done. And if we're smart, we could even filter in some of the feedback we've heard from the first map. And then have a map that is, not only is it census accurate, but it's also gotten some of the real-time feedback from having been out for a week or possibly two, so that then our next series of 3 maps would include feedback we got as we heard from all the district commissioners and all the different area commissions. It would have the comment period for our public map as well. And so now here we have a map that's that much richer. I don't know, any thoughts, strong feelings?
How soon is this data? How much earlier are they expecting it?
I think at the soonest we might have it in 2 weeks. So
2
before
weeks
the end of August.
I thought I read August 12th.
That's tomorrow.
So, Commissioners, if I could interject.
Yes.
You will have, there will be data on August 12th, but that data will not be uploaded into
It won't be
Esri.
an Esri, yeah.
Esri will not have that data until potentially 2 weeks after, so at the earliest, the 26th, but that's not a guarantee.
Earliest when?
August 26th.
August 26th.
And that's not a guarantee that we'll have it then, but that's, in the last conversations that the Department of Technology and Melissa, who came and helped us out, said the earliest that they said it potentially be a 2-week period. So I kind of discussed this a little bit with Chair Moore as it relates to what our existing process is and how we should proceed forward. He and I both agreed that it should continue on as our kind of stated path, because even if we do get the new data at the end of August, it's still going to take us, a certain amount of time before we're able to produce another map. Because, we've been working on this map for, at least 3 to 4 weeks now, and we still have a few things that we need to kind of correct and clarify before we're having a fully produced map. And so just trying to be mindful of the time. It sounds like December 31st is coming, whether we like it or not, it'll be here quickly. So we want to have as much time to get input from the public, and also give them something that they can respond to, because I think we will get a little bit more engagement from the public once they can see a map and kind of have some thoughts and something to reflect on. Are there any additional questions for me that I can help answer?
And any thoughts on this strategy or approach?
Sounds appropriate to me.
Sounds like we don't have much choice. Really.
I just think we're going to catch hell whenever we put a map out.
No matter what.
No matter what. And so I'm trying to limit the amount of hell we catch by putting out extra maps.
Right.
I know we're constrained by the charter and everything, but I feel like people would be probably more appreciative if we were able to wait 2 weeks to adjust to the census data and give them a draft to look at, but I know that we have the timeline has been set for us. So my only, I guess, request is that as soon as we have census data, if we could get together and set those meetings, like because we're gonna have to have some meetings to react to the data, plus draw 3 maps before the end of what? Because we can start before the public comment period's over?
So, in an ideal world, this is kind of how I kind of plot it out, and you guys can tell me if you are in support of it or not. You've already done all this work for this map, so I think it makes sense to allow people to see this map and have them have the ability to comment on it instead of just scratching this entire map.
I'm not saying scratch it.
Well, no, I know that. But so what will happen is if we are able to have the data on the 26th, is I've already worked with Lucy to get maps set, and we'll continue CRDC Wednesdays through September, because what would have been, I guess, a soft September because we didn't have data will now be a working September. And so the September meetings will continue or September meetings. The Wednesday meetings will continue through September. And if we need to adjust and have additional meetings, that's a conversation that can be had. But those Wednesday meetings will continue. You'll have that new data, so you can continue to work on that data. Because ultimately, our last meeting is on the 25th, before that September 1st date that we had originally set. So we wouldn't have the data until after our last meeting, for lack of better words. And then with that, you'll have those meetings in September every Wednesday. And then you'll have about 2 weeks, because the original schedule that we set had the maps going out on September 1st, coming back on October 1st, and then another map going out on October 15th. So that will give you about 6 weeks. And in that 2 week period between September 30th, October 1st, and October 14th, you'll have that data that will be coming in. People have reacted to the existing map, and so you'll have that data. My goal as your staff is to keep an eye on that data every week and try to synthesize the data and get that raw data to you every week, so you can kind of be seeing the data as it's ongoing, instead of having, however many comments we get at the end of the month. And then at the end, on October 15th, that new map, the second version of it, will be ready. The second, I guess, grouping of them will be ready to go out on the 15th.
And so we're shooting for 3 maps by October 15th. Are we shooting for 3 maps by October 15th?
That was a conversation we had, and as I recall the conversation, we said we'd be willing to send out 1.
Right.
We didn't say we would be opposed to 3.
No. So we still do that one by September 1st.
Right.
But I'm saying on the October, or whenever we come back for the next public viewing, we would have 3 maps, whatever that date is. Is that what we?
We could.
That is what you all agreed to.
Yeah.
To do 3 maps by the October 15th day. And so if you think about it, like, it's just like, okay, we feel we want these districts here, and so maybe the line district, instead of cutting at Morrisville, we're going to cut at Sunbury, or whatever the case may be. And so that will be those 3 maps, because ultimately you have to produce 3 maps to give to council at the end. And so once you have the correct data, it would make sense to start doing the maps in 3s. With this map, we chose to do the 1 map because we were like, this data is not the data that we're going to ultimately use, so it doesn't make sense to kind of put our all into doing 3 maps of data that we know that we're not going to use.
Cool.
Yes.
Is that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So do we want to go ahead and begin looking at how we get our 5,000 reduction in District 9 that's appearing to be too large?
And it looks, I don't know if the numbers have changed since we left off last week, but we only have, at this point, assuming our target is 87,000 and change, we only have 3,000 difference in District 9.
Yep.
Okay.
And there's also 3,000 unassigned?
That's true. Where do those 3,000 unassigned come from? Looks like it's hidden.
That's what I'm not sure of. And so I might have to have additional conversation with Melissa. I know she did tell me that there's kind of a little bit of things that are off in the districts. So I'm just going to have to make sure I zoom in and make sure that everything is selected on the map. So like all of the little blocks, to make sure that we have all the blocks. Because I noticed that in some of them, when I would go around with the geometric shape, it didn't collect all the blocks. So I've been, when we scroll in a little bit closer, trying to make sure I'm getting all the blocks. But I will double check with her to make sure there isn't something that I am missing, or blocks that are missing. And I'll do that before next week, so that I make sure that next week all of the data is accounted for. And again, we have that check at the end, so that will kind of help us identify where we are missing things or if there's a little bit of space in.
Can we see the grid of population data again for each of the districts?
And is that something that I can see on my computer? Because I can't see that.
Yeah, the
The
sheet that I
spreadsheet,
sent, yeah, the population totals are correct. How we broke them up, not as correct anymore, but the numbers are matching what she has.
So the draft Excel sheet document you sent, that's what it was called, yep.
I will try to zoom in as well real quick and see if that helps.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Commissioner Cabot, can you see the data now? Or do you need it still a little bigger?
You know, it's,
So when I'm,
don't, I'll get it off of my computer. I think I found what,
where do I see it on that document?
So when you're looking at
CRDC draft,
CRDC draft,
Right,
Google share.
on the right, there is the proposed district.
so where it says the column C population lines up with those numbers?
Yeah, it's actually H, column H.
Column H, got it.
And then I is the district that it corresponds to, and J is how much is off of that goal that we set initially.
Got it.
Okay.
And so according to yours, District 5 is the one with the largest delta.
Yeah,
Yes.
In District 5,
58 and 65. Far east and southeast, that's,
Okay, and so mine says the largest delta is District 7. Have I got the latest version of that, or am I not looking at the right thing?
I think you're,
changed it.
yeah, I think you're not looking at the current one.
in column J,
Got it. In column J, I have the delta for number 7 at 7,129.
Not, yeah.
No, I don't know
not
what you're
we're-
looking at.
So I'm on the wrong page somehow. Okay.
I have just a thought, and it's just something maybe to be
Yeah, there
sort
it
of
is.
chewing on in the background as we work further on this, and I'm wondering if maybe we should be trying to think of some sort of friendly names for these districts, realizing they're combinations of communities, so we can't just choose a community name. We'll alienate everybody else in that district. But nevertheless, it may be a lot easier to refer to District 5 as whatever, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Than District 5, because District 5 doesn't mean anything to me either, right?
so I can tell you my fear or my thought
Right.
is that if I name
I
it,
have feared.
I've just given some level of emotional bias or name bias, and that becomes the thing that we're objecting versus the numbers. As long
True.
as it's a number, it's like
True.
sanitized, and we've not done two. And then as we're changing them, can we change it if the name somehow was committed to Street XYZ and it's no longer a part of it?
Yeah,
That's just my personal thought.
I understand what you're saying.
I caught a crab once, Dave Paul, and I named it. And it broke my heart when we got home. And we were eating them.
And
But if
you've
I had never
named this
named it, it would have been easier to eat them.
That's a,
You heard it here first.
You heard it here
thing.
first.
All right.
All right, so, again, I would love to go ahead and get District 9, that centralized district, narrowed down, even if it is a small amount. The reason being is I think some of the more outlying areas are going to be a challenge to do it, and one of the areas we want to jump in quickly is the northwest area, to make sure that where we put the divisions are reflective of what we heard when we were in conversation with that community. And I don't want it to be that we go right to northwest. I want us to play where I feel it might be a little less sensitive, and downtown seems to be that district.
That's less sensitive or more?
Less, I'm thinking. I mean, but I guess it would depend on which part. We played in a sensitive part of downtown last week, up in that northeast quadrant of downtown, but maybe in the southern, I don't know. I think we need to get in the street level in one of the neighborhoods, because moving forward, that's where we're going to be.
I don't disagree. I wish you could find those unassigned people and put them, figure
Yeah.
out where they're concentrated.
Right, that
anyway.
kind of, again, emotionally, it makes it hard to go in and start playing at the street level if we don't know where
Yeah.
the 3,000 unassigned might be.
And they're probably everywhere, so I don't know that they would tip a neighborhood.
Right.
Because there's no like
Right.
clear white spots, so it's
Right.
little blocks all across town.
All right, then how about this? We finished up last week in the Hilltop or Franklinton. Can we zoom in on Franklinton, which is in District, I can't tell right
I
now.
have no idea where it ended
That's
up.
why I was saying something about friendly names. But I get your drift.
Yeah.
I understand your
District,
point.
what we made District, I think it became District
It's
7?
in District 6, I think.
Where's Broad Street and where's Broad in town on here?
It's either 6 or 7.
Franklinton is 54, and 54 is, we put it in 9, according
Right,
to
We
the
put it in
last-
7 or 9?
9.
Broad in town is in 9?
This proposed districting is not correct.
Okay.
Anymore.
Okay.
And so before we go publish this or whatever, we need to be able to say which communities are in which districts.
Yes.
Right.
Because we can't even like slice right now. Really.
Yeah.
That's Broad Street?
This is Broad Street right here.
There's the river, so Franklinton is
And where
in
does the
District
light
9.
blue become the darker color?
What?
That is the
That coastal?
river. No,
That's
the-
315.
The
Where? 315?
315, yeah.
See, that's Mount Carmel at the corner of the dark blue.
Is
Uh-huh.
it?
And so Franklinton is in the light blue, or it's in both, depending on if you consider Mount Carmel and Franklinton.
Yeah. And I wouldn't argue that this is indeed downtown. All right, so then what I'm looking at, I guess, is District 6. Can you zoom out a bit? All right, that's what I'm arguing. So that, not even arguing so much as seeing how we can connect District 7 to the top half of District 6 right there.
What? Wait,
So 7 and 6 are both bigger, are both need more people.
they're both under, yeah.
So if we could take some of 6 and put it into 7,
Well, why don't we, oh, wait a minute. Some
just
of
that bump
6
out into 7. So,
7, okay.
do you remember when we heard from the Franklinton area, they were asking to be part of Hilltop? And so that area right there would be better suited with 7 than it is with 6. That little top area. That almost square rectangle looking piece, yeah. That piece would be better with 7.
Does it cut off? No, it would still be connected, it's barely.
I mean, because Broad Street goes right down there.
I mean, I could see how that part just north of Green Lawn
Yep,
and the part north of it could slide to 7. I could see that technically.
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. That part of town feels like both South Side and West Side to me.
But Zach, he specific, and he reminded me on Saturday that he specifically requested, voicing the concerns of Franklinton, that they be a part of Hilltop.
And Hilltop is in all in 7?
Hilltop is 7, yeah,
It's all in 7 now?
yes.
Okay. If you take that little funny part, and are we able to leave the rest of it south of there?
Yep.
In 6? It's
Yep.
still contiguous
Yep.
because of how? Can you zoom out a little bit for us? So what is that blue line, the railroad, that's a railroad, so is it's like not really a natural boundary.
You're saying which blue line? This blue line?
The
The one that's
north-south
going
blue
at an angle that one.
Yeah.
Isn't that a railroad road?
So I don't know if that's a railroad, but that's the greater Hilltop area, the greater Hilltop area. Because remember, we split the Columbus communities, and this blue line that's outlining the communities is all the Columbus communities. So I think that's where this one was the
Okay.
Hilltop.
Yeah.
So, but then is that dark blue all still right? Like, is it still okay based on the?
It's going all the way. It's all connected.
I think that Hilltop, like Northland, actually used the railroad tracks as one of their boundaries, so that probably does reflect the current boundaries of the Hilltop
It is one
Commission.
of the defined.
That is an
70
Indiana Ohio Railroad, though.
270 and a railroad define the boundaries of Hilltop.
Okay.
Oh, I respect that. I'm just saying, as far as the part just what we can't see just above this, like it's connected to a rail. It looks like I was just thinking about when we cut it up and we connect it, but it's still connected to the District 7. It just doesn't feel like it's connected to its own district at all. And I know there's a township or and a cemetery in there in the middle of that, so that's why it's a gap there.
But
if-
can we take that top rectangle and connect it to District 7? So from the top of it down to Broad Street, or actually even a little, all the way down to Sullivan even?
Can again, I may be lagging a little behind, but according to the numbers that I'm looking at, that I think are the same numbers we had there, District 6 needed more population.
It
about
does.
2,000 people.
It does.
And I think you're taking population away from 6 and giving it to 7, is that right?
Because of a specific request of the
Okay.
Franklinton Commission.
I just want to make sure,
to
and
be
that's
a
not
part
being
of
driven
Hilltop.
by balancing, that's
Yeah.
just to honor that request.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what it
or
sounds like.
the description, they said that socioeconomically,
Yep.
as they're developing, there's more in common and more current efforts in partnership with Hilltop. And that's actually where I saw him, was at a trash meeting for dealing and addressing with trash issues in Hilltop.
Yep.
And that is a community issue that Franklinton and Hilltop both struggle with together.
Yes.
And are solving together. And so he didn't want to see that neighborhood become divided.
Okay, I
Yep.
understand.
Yep.
So, yeah, I
I'm not
would
opposed.
second that.
If
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't care.
So just so I'm clear, you want me to take that top rectangle and put it in District 7? So this piece right here.
Yeah, take what's traditionally called the bottom part of Hilltop, and connecting it to Hilltop. So there's a dark solid line at the top, and down to Sullivan at a minimum, possibly even Central would probably, or what is that? What's the bottom?
The bottom is Thomas
Thomas
Avenue.
Avenue.
There's
Thomas.
Campbell, there's Bellows.
So yeah, I would go from Thomas all the way up to the top.
So when we slice out, I mean, keep going, Naya. When we slice out, we're gonna end up, I think, gonna have to put German Village and Livingston Avenue in District 6 because there's nothing else north of it to put in there.
On the northeast? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I'm thinking directly north. It would have to, because we had already discussed that the stuff to the northeast, like Driving Park, doesn't go with German Village.
And we're having to put that other section back into downtown why?
We're gonna have to put it into District 6 because District 6 we're pulling population from and it was already down 2,000 people. And so we're gonna have to pull them from somewhere else.
Yeah. But you think it has to be there that we pull it?
There's nothing south of it, is it?
We may be constrained in where we can move people if it's on the periphery.
Yep. And so if we could zoom out, can see where. And so the white part in Green Lawn Cemetery, all that part that didn't turn green, we're saying that that's township?
It's a cemetery and no one lives there.
But
I mean,
then
people
all-
do live there, but not.
And all those grid-looking things then are just pathways in the cemetery?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And then with that road, Stimmel Road, there's, what is all of that like?
That sort of patchwork there is,
It's green space.
right?
And then the part to the
Belmont
left,
Ave, Lennell Ave, Laurel Ave, all of those?
is that township stuff to the
the left.
west of where you are, to your left?
Yeah, because, I mean, that's clearly residential streets in there, Rosemont Avenue.
I'm assuming that it's residential because if it was a block, it would have a block like these, and there is no blocks there. You see how these blocks are like blocked off? Those are blocks. They're census blocks, so there isn't anything there. I mean, I can try to grab it with something else just to see, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's nothing.
Must be a township.
It might be a township, or it might be.
I'm getting
This
addresses.
is Johnstown Road. I think, 'cause I see 62 here. So this might be like another county, because like I think it's Johnstown that goes into like Licking or Fairfield County, one of those counties. Don't quote me on that because I'm not very good with directions, but
I
I'm
think that's
definitely-
unincorporated township.
I think it is too.
Let me look
I'm
at
looking
the
on
other.
Zillow, and it gets like, it's lightened out there as well.
And if she can't grab it, that means that it's not City of Columbus.
Yep.
1970, Bellmead.
What is the a new population number for District 7?
that new number is 91,197. So it's about 4,000 over adding that population.
So can you zoom out
Sure.
and see if the southern part of District 7?
That is in the tax district Franklin Township.
Okay, so it's township.
So the southern part is here.
And that's where we had challenges. There's no way to take it on a horizontal line across.
If
You see where the green and pink meet? Can we just take that further?
you're talking about, this is
West?
Alkire Road.
Yep,
Sorry. And then you would want to cross over from Alkire Road all the way right across
yes,
and make that District 6?
yep.
Sure. Just keep it in mind that this is the airport, field airport, so there's not
Which
as many.
airport?
Bolton.
The Bolton Field Airport.
Yep.
So I don't know that from a population standpoint, it will give you what you are.
Looking for? Mm-hmm. Okay,
I'm not sure. I mean, we can try it, but I
Yes,
just wanted to
ma'am.
make you aware.
yeah, an airport and a golf course is probably not gonna get us a lot of people.
But there is something east of the airport.
Yeah.
There's some population there.
Yep. Oh, wow, Urban Crest is
And,
over
and
there.
a lot more houses built in the last 10 years.
Would you like me to
Yes,
make it District
please.
6? Okay.
That looks beautiful.
So with that, District 6 population goes up to 83,000 and District 7 goes down to 87,808.
Okay,
It's almost our target.
So it took District 7 down by about 4,000.
perfect.
So it kind of gave you what your target population, but District 6 still,
Can we zoom out once more?
sure.
And 9 is coming in with what kind of numbers? Is 9 pretty much there?
9 still has 90,000, so it's still 90,357, so it's still roughly 3,000 over the target.
Yeah, we haven't done anything with it today.
That's correct.
So 7 is okay, 6 is okay.
6 is not okay.
6 needs more.
Yeah, 6 needs about 4,000 more roughly. Just as a overarching, District 1 has 88, District 2 has 89, District 3 has 85, District 4 has 89, District 5 has 82.
What's the southernmost part of 9 comprised of?
The southernmost part of 9, I believe, is the German Village, Marion Village, Victorian Village area.
And Livingston Avenue.
Yeah, Livingston Avenue is right here. That's Livingston Avenue corridor.
Schuler Park,
Yep, Schiller Park's right here.
southernmost part of 9, right? Yep.
But I remember y'all saying last week that you were hesitant to include German Village with the south side. You saw them more as being part of downtown.
And then the westernmost part of District 9 is what? Southwesternmost part.
It's District 7. River.
The westernmost part is like there's Dodge Park, which is right here, and then if you go a little further over,
No,
This-
no, oh, but
Oh,
further south,
okay, so here,
the part that touches 6.
so that's Dodge Park area. That's the park right there,
And if we go south even more?
the river,
Right,
and 71.
but this
German
part right here
Village.
is what?
It's Worley Plumbing Supply.
It's commercial. Industrial.
Scioto Boulevard, where is that?
It runs by the river and it crosses over Green Lawn.
Is that where the post office is back there? No.
That's not, the post office is on Twin Cities Road, I
Got
believe.
it.
Rivers, it's further
Twin River,
north.
sorry, thank you.
So west of the river is parkland and or industrial. East of the river is German Village.
No, it's correct, 'cause there's Deschler and Redbud and all those were Thurman.
We wouldn't gain anything if we went all the way up to Thurman, would we? Or what if we went all the way up to Schiller Park is the... No. I don't know.
I mean, I could see maybe, and they might not even consider it German Village, but like south of Whittier, Freebus. But any further north, you're back in German Village.
Yeah, okay. So we looked at the west, the south. Last week we spent time on the east. We're trying to get numbers up in 6. Can we zoom out again? So I guess the only other place to look would be where 6 and 9 meet? Or what?
This is where we've been looking at German
6
Village.
and 5 meet?
6 and 5. Which color is 5?
They don't really meet though, do they?
Which color is 5?
5 is that pink
Oh,
purple
over
with the
here.
slash marks.
And 5 is also down 4,600.
In fact, we do need to double check there between District 6 and District 5, whether
They're
that
contiguous.
portion of District 8 belongs there or
Where's it should, oh yeah, that little funny yellow.
it looks, yeah, it looks a little iffy. I think there might be a little peninsula of
Where
property
is that?
there.
Winchester Pike, oh, okay. There's some apartments down in there.
Could that all just go to District 6? That yellow piece?
Probably should go somewhere other than where it is, I would
Yeah.
think.
Either way, 6 or, well,
Or
I know we don't want to
5.
take
Or
from
5.
8 or 5, I mean.
no, I'm saying add it to 5.
Oh,
Because 5 is down the most at this
right.
point.
Yeah, add it to 5.
We're gonna have to steal people from District 8 to go to 5. I don't see, I mean, it's,
Yep,
by this number, it's 4,600 down in 5, and at just under 800 down in 8.
you're right.
Right there inside the ramp.
Yeah, but if you, I mean,
That's going to be a piece of grass that never gets mowed.
That's right.
if this includes where I think, like, Pettinger Road at Winchester Pike, there are like 6 or 7 apartment complexes in there, and that's a couple thousand people.
Okay. And all of that white is township, huh?
District 5.
What's Blacklick Estates? Is that a neighborhood? Is that a township?
274.
That takes District 5 to 83,274.
Who's
Getting
the
there. District 5. District 8 has 86.
86,000.
It is partly in Madison Township and partly in Truro Township.
Never heard of it.
And they
It actually
floods every spring.
And that is a census designated place, Blacklick Estates.
Huh.
So,
But it's not in the city of Columbus.
yep.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
What is, I'm sorry, what is 8 now? The number?
86,169.
Pretty
So
darn
8
close.
is there, basically.
Yeah, pretty darn close.
And where's 5?
83.
5 is down 4,100. 83,274, yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
So, can we look at the top of 5?
Again, there's not a lot we can do there.
Suburbs and townships.
Can only steal
And it's
from
nothing
me.
but airports and golf courses, again.
We're gonna have to steal from 8. It's the only thing it's touching.
But look at it's not contiguous. Like, if you look at where the Columbus Country Club is, then you got Whitehall. And so if you steal from 8 right there,
Can you zoom out just a little bit, Naya, for me? Thank you. I mean, it's only touching,
so I guess we'd have to go that horizontal line.
you see it like as the grid pattern spreads out, that's how it really is, because it's kind of industrial.
Uh-huh.
So it's less people.
All right, so if we took the part of the purple that's furthest west and just went straight up and encapsulated that piece of yellow,
Okay, can you zoom back in, Naya?
could that work?
What are we looking at? Let's see before
You
we
see
do
where it
that.
says far east?
No, I do. I'm just saying, like, what are we looking at?
Down a little bit more, Naya. Who's got the laser?
Right.
That's a good idea, though.
Okay, that's Maine.
I was gonna say.
What's that say? Filey, Elwey? What does that say at the bottom? What street?
East
Drive?
Main.
That's East Main Street.
Go across a little bit.
To the west?
Move the cursor to the west, yeah. And go down a little. And to the west again with the cursor. And
That's Livingston Avenue.
so Livingston.
In the middle. That's Livingston.
So that's all driving park.
No, this is like further east than that.
And what's the vertical, though? See where the blue line is?
That's Whitehall up there.
What's that blue line, though? East Main Street then goes down to
This is
Shady Lane
That's
Road?
Shady Lane, yeah. So that's east of Hamilton. Which I could see falling onto the district over there.
Yep,
Yeah.
let's try that.
So what, Shady to Shady Lane as
Shady
this
Lane,
side?
straight down.
To the east becomes part of District,
Down far, how far?
Right
To
down to the
Livingston?
bottom, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
that purple, that all becomes purple, or whatever color that is.
What's that next north-south?
What is the next north-south? Is that Nelson?
No, we're still east of there.
Okay.
So
Next
Shady
to
Lane,
Shady Lane?
the next one
To the
over.
right or left?
To
Left,
the left.
That is
something road.
Simpson?
I don't know Simpson. Okay.
I mean, we could try Simpson Road even.
Hamilton is right here, if you're looking for like a more direct, because Simpson,
That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
What is it?
That's Hamilton Road.
South Hamilton, yeah.
Hamilton? Mm-hmm. You want to take that and put it on there?
Sure.
Yeah. That should add some people.
You say there's a lot of people?
Yeah, it's apartments and stuff.
What'd that do for the numbers?
District took from 8 to 5.
Maybe that little sliver up there that's still yellow.
Is there a sliver?
Right on the east side of
Yep,
Hamilton.
Got it.
So what do our numbers look like now?
District 5 has 88,857.
District 8,
District 8 has 80,586.
that's a whole bunch of people.
So-
We just, yeah.
8 needs some, right?
Yeah, but yes, for sure.
8 needs about 7,000 people.
But we kind of had to do that cut.
Yep. Can we zoom out to see where 8 might get some of its people?
The east side of 9.
Dave, I see
Well-
that piece of 9 again.
I was just gonna say, maybe that's where some of the folks from District 9 go, huh?
Yeah,
Exactly. We almost have to.
yep.
So what are we looking at, though?
What are we looking at?
Ohio
So
Expo
everything
Center.
east of the Expo Center.
We use 71 as the, I mean, not to perpetuate stuff, but if we, I mean, not to, throw
Let's
salt on
try
that.
it. Let's try it.
Nobody ever said that before, Avery.
Right. I was listening the whole time.
Yeah. But
Or whatever that light blue line is that comes down off of
Yeah.
that right there. What is that?
is that Indianola or Summit or something?
It's
That's
that railroad.
CSX transportation. That's a railroad.
But yeah, because
Excuse it.
think about it. On this side of, one side of
Let's
the
try it.
railroad, the Expo Center is different. The other side is campus.
Let's try it.
So you want from the railroad over to go to
Yep.
District
To
8?
Yes.
Yeah.
Esri expert.
A novice indeed.
You're our expert.
Well done.
Okay. Cool.
Looks better.
So
That
what
will
do we got?
give you a total in District 8 of 85,000 and District 9 of 85,000 as well.
85,706. Okay. That's pretty good.
Move in the right direction.
Where can we get some for 6?
Now, we took the corridor along Livingston that includes nationwide children, and we said, we think that should go downtown. But it's looking awfully tempting right now. However, I'm not sure it's got a lot of resonance in it. We might need to zoom in on it and see if there's even any point in moving that into 6. But it is looking like it's kind of sticking out there all by its lonesome.
Yeah. Let's look at that.
We can zoom in right there on the southeast side of District 9, where Children's is located.
Yeah, that is like a little.
It looks as arbitrary as it was. It made sense at the time
Yeah.
that Children's Hospital would end up downtown, but
The other way. Nah.
maybe not.
Do we put it in 6?
And then scroll down. Yeah, that little funny part. Yeah.
Oh, this is the
Can you
Livingston
zoom into that?
corridor again? Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of single-family houses.
There is.
But everything north of Livingston and east of Parsons could easily go in District 6 by like the way, the demographics and stuff.
Yep.
A lot of single-family houses. It is in transition, but it's not like at German Village.
I'd agree. I'd
Yeah.
agree. Let's put it in 6.
Yep.
So this area in 6?
Like, whatever that street is, just go right,
Parsons.
that line.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that Parsons?
Which, right here?
No, to the east.
Right
Yes,
there.
Yeah, that-
everything to
Oh,
the
this
east
one,
of that
Goes to
and
6.
south of the
Goes dark
freeway.
blue. Yeah, so it fits.
Okay,
in
so
there.
all of this
Yeah.
going to District 6.
Yes.
I was gonna say, I'm really bad with east and west, so I was like, I can only see it when I see like Bexley and like the other ones. I know where those are at. This is so close, I don't wanna do the square.
And I mean, NCH, they do have a lot of presence in District 6.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing a lot of work like with improvements and stuff.
Yep. Every time I take my son, I talk to a guy. He, entry-level job, but he's got a house that he's gotten from their work, and he walks to work. I think they take pride in being a part of the neighborhood and helping people to bring back the neighborhood, so.
Yeah, it was like 500.
It's 84,061.
That's perfect.
It's closer.
District 6 is closer.
Still the biggest
District
off.
9 is closer.
As far as being within 1,000 of the target, we have District 1, District 7. That's it.
Within 1,000
Of like
our
87.
non-census data numbers.
Exactly, right. Based on what we're working with now. District 2, 3, and 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are within the 2,000, between 1,400 to 1,800 off of the target. District 6 and District 8 are the most off. District 6 is still off by 3,300. District 8 is off by 2,200. District 9 now, though, is only off by 1,700.
And all that being said, there's a 3,000
Missing.
point
Right.
outlier somewhere. And if it's not evenly distributed, it's back to the drawing board. So how
But
tight
if-
do we get these, knowing that there's going to be a 3,000 hit somewhere?
Oh, I have an idea. Go with me here. So what if we just picked a district? So let's say we pick District 1.
Right.
And then we do a polygon over the entire city. Like, could that theoretically, like if we can we take layers off and just see where District 1? So then we could see where the outliers ended up? I know that it doesn't have to be 1 or even that way. But like if we can select everything and then assign it, the unassigned to something, then we could see where it landed. Can we make a 10th district?
I was going to say, I think we could just make a District 10 and just assign all those people to it and then
And
see
see
where
what
they
gets
are.
picked up.
Like make it red or something?
Let me
Yeah.
see if I can do that.
Even though
I'm not,
That makes
isn't
sense.
real.
I'm not certain that I can. Let's see. I was curious if I could see just to view the unassigned. Let me see if I can go to view.
Or can unassigned have a color?
Oh, let's see if we can do that. That might be helpful.
It says use unassigned color when you're under
Yeah.
view.
Let me see. Unassigned.
Yeah,
Color.
let's make it a crazy color.
Something really bright.
Yeah.
We have a guest in chambers. How are you, sir? Did you want to make a comment this evening?
I know I was listening. I was trying to get abreast of what was going on.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Welcome.
How about this highlighter yellow?
Yeah, let's see what happens. That actually helped.
So do we see it?
Yeah, you see that?
It's
like
the yellow?
It's the yellow. Like there's yellow.
But not the
between-
District 8 yellow or whatever.
Right. So between 9 and 2, there's a yellow triangle at the bottom.
I don't see it.
Right. You see those yellows
Oh.
popping up?
Huh.
Maybe make it red, unassigned.
Okay.
Grandview Heights, chunk of Grandview Heights.
That's kind of helpful.
That's not real red. I'm gonna do a different red.
Cool.
Can we zoom out?
Because there's like slivers of 2.
Little pocket
I don't-
there, just next to, is that Blacklick Estates?
Yeah, there
Or
is over
Bexley,
here.
next
Yeah.
to Bexley.
Wow, look, they're even to the west of
That's gonna help with which district?
2. Look, they're all over District 2.
Yeah, 2 is already over. 7, no, man. Maybe we can put like that outlier, the ones on the east or on the right side, like that red could easily go into District 5, because 5 is still, oh no, it doesn't matter. Maybe just put them where they go.
Huh?
Put them- Like if we put them with the ones, like if you zoom in, Naya, on the District 2 area, like the one, like, so those red, like the red that's
They-
above Grandview Heights to the left is part of District 2.
Right.
And so if I'm saying if the ones that are clearly next to the ones to pre-assigned districts, let's just put them in the districts they go to, because then we can see what the population's actually.
Right.
Question,
Yes.
are these districts, you're saying these are part of District 2 or just these are part of District 2? Because,
No, I'm talking about that one, so that one there, right there,
That
that
goes
is
to
District 2. But the
Okay.
other ones, I would argue, are District 9.
okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
And then there's just a red that's in this District 7 area as well.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Good call there, Commissioner Frost.
Trying to work smarter.
Yeah, I knew I would have to go back. I was like, with them not like her. I was gonna try to figure that out. So I'm glad you were able to help.
Like I said, I'm getting my puzzle fixed now, because I'm done. I am so done.
Whoa,
nope.
we got more than we planned to get there.
Yeah, we did.
Might not be residents though. That's going to 9.
Yeah, and then so those reds right there would also, and arguably that dark blue.
This piece right here.
Try it.
Yeah.
Yep.
What kind of
That's
census
the
tracts
post
are
office.
these? This is crazy.
That's the post office around there.
Surprisingly, the geo doesn't pick all of these small pieces.
Right.
Like it covers
Right.
all of them. So I'm just like, that's kind of confusing. And then need one of these going into District 2.
Wait, there's one right there. Oh yeah, you were doing it. I'm sorry.
Unless there's argument otherwise, the ones that she's gonna look at below where we're at would go into District 7.
Let me take a look.
'Cause, yeah, I'm looking at the numbers. District 7 is off of this goal by 360, while District 5 is off by 1,400. And so when it's like along a border, do we just drop it into the one with the less population
Yep,
for now?
yep.
Yeah, so those ones I'm talking about.
All going to 7 or going to 2?
7, unless there's
Yep.
argument otherwise, yeah.
Yep. The highways?
Yeah.
Look at that.
What kind of funny?
Come on.
Oh, goodness. These are census tracts?
That's Hague Avenue.
Apparently so.
Isn't
It's a
that
very
crazy?
odd one, isn't it? It looks
Yeah.
like, almost like a street, the street itself.
Singular.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Maybe it's one house on that street, you know?
There we go.
Looks like one block.
Yeah, it looks good.
We got that one red in the middle of the blue. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's our unassigned number now? I wonder,
Where's Waldo?
probably under 100, I'm thinking.
Wow, look at, we got more red
We
than
have-
7.
Yeah.
But what is that unassigned? Quite a bit. I think 7's gonna be over again.
It is going to be over. Or not, if it's just a bunch of streets.
And rivers.
These little snake tracks.
As long as they don't have any population, then they won't change their numbers, but
It's like, shoot, I think when I grow up, I want a township. I'm saying, I want a township.
Is that a red strip in the middle of 6, right there? Yeah. There's one down there. What is that? Can't wait to see these numbers.
Was it Wolf Park? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Are those highways red?
It looks like along the highway.
Do we want these to go to the respective districts as well?
I would say yes.
Wait.
Hold on.
No, why not the purple instead of the brown?
Well,
I guess it has to go to the brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the left, that has to. Top left, that would have
Yeah.
to.
And then what were our numbers with 4 and 3?
So District 4 had, it was just 1,600 off, and District 3 was 1,800 under. So 4 is 1,600 over, 3 is 1,800
So we send
under.
all those little pieces to 3 if we can, right?
I would say watch that dividing line. Because like some of it is in brown. Like though, yeah. Is this that area that we had a comment about?
This is all like the north part?
Is this northwest conversation?
No, northwest is
Oh, the
further
other
west.
side, yeah, okay.
this is Northland, this is Forest Park, Sherman Woods, Devonshire.
So Indianola. Okay.
These all go into District 4, except for this piece over here.
4 or 3?
I would think they went into 4, because the rest of their neighborhood is in 4, but.
Yeah,
What do you think, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I would put them in 4.
I guess that part could stay in 3, though.
The part that's in 3?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Those two pieces stay in their respective districts, or? Oh, that Minerva Park one has to go with north.
Oh, I don't know. I believe you.
This is just so wild to me how like the pieces around it are colored, but the actual pieces aren't colored.
Right.
Okay.
They should all be District 3 then. Yeah.
Oops.
Does Minerva Park have its own schools?
No.
No. Part of the win-win program, I think it's Westerville Schools.
Mm-hmm.
You lake to cross. Okay, so
There's one red in the middle of 3 too still.
your eyes are better than mine.
Yeah, me too.
I think the moment of truth has arrived.
Yeah, we gotta be close.
You're talking about totals?
Yeah.
Just to see where we're at. That's crazy.
What's that? Is that a river?
It's
What it looks like with this on track.
Alum Creek or something? Gould Park is right along Alum Creek, I think. Or Big Walnut.
Any left in District 10?
There's some in District 2 and some in District 1 that I need to still grab.
If we're playing in 1, we got a couple adjustments to make there anyway.
Do you want these to be in 1 or to be in 2?
Whoa. Can you zoom in a little bit? Oh, interesting. How come that blue was part of 2 and not 1 anyways? Anybody remember?
I don't. 1 second.
I think this technically is supposed to be in the 1 because this is pink according to what you all did before.
What's
you zoom
that?
I said this is pink, so I think that this technically would be in District 1 based off what you did before.
Let me see.
One smaller than 2.
Okay, so yeah, let's put it in 1. And then we have to go back up.
If we can zoom out a little bit for that sliver.
Right.
We got to look at Bethel, Henderson, and Reed, that area again.
But before we get away from, can we talk
Yep.
about this?
I feel like every time I think I have all of this stuff, I find another piece.
Yeah. But most of it is railroad tracks or river banks or things that don't really have population, so.
I mean, because it still would be connected to 2 if that weird line became 1. Because it doesn't look like there's people in it anyway.
We have to look at where 1 and 2 touch.
Well, if we, yes, even if we pulled it over, it still would be touching it itself.
What?
That, well, we'll see when she zooms out.
There's still 135 people that are unassigned.
How many?
135.
We can live with that.
We're going to hear from every single one of them, Mr. Chair.
All 139?
That's
I
right.
remember why it's connected like that.
But
The only way that District 2 remained contiguous altogether was with that weird sliver. Because there's part that's above, like Grandview or whatever that is, and below it.
But we still have to make an adjustment there. I mean, with the commitment we made to maintaining civic associations where we could, and the one piece of the email we got.
True, it's a commitment,
Yeah.
but there's,
Right.
it's not a, if we have to do what we have to do.
there was a little tiny sliver just to the northwest of
That
where
didn't
you are
close any
now.
gap.
Really tiny,
Yeah, 4 people.
if that. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Can I get the number of the districts as they stand right now?
So maybe there was somebody living under the bridge there in that time.
I'm sorry,
occurred
Commissioner
to me,
Frost, what did you
yes.
ask for?
Can we just see the numbers real quick so I can update the spreadsheet when you have a second?
Sure. Let me just add this one other piece since it's right here.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, there's more, but I'll do that in a second.
Yeah, didn't change our population number.
One is 88.
There's 88,344 in District 1,
Okay.
89,440 in District 2, 86,208 in District 3, 90,008 in District 4.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. District 5 has 88,857. District 6 has 84,061. District 7 has 89,174. District 8 has
Oh,
85,340.
I'm sorry, District 7 one more time?
89,174.
Okay.
District 8 has 85,340. And District 9 has 85,466.
Got it, thank you.
Sure thing.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you turn on your mic, please, so that the camera can pick up?
And is your mic on?
You have a
Yeah,
green light.
I got you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. What district is Franklin Township in?
Franklin Township travels throughout. It's not,
Oh, okay, then specifically over by the graveyard, Brown Road.
That's where we were looking at Blacklick Estates, a portion of which is in Franklin Township and the other is in Truro Township. I don't know if we can go back to that portion of the map. But
Really, I just want to know what, y'all were making a shift with that, or you?
Oh, no, actually, so if it's a township, it wouldn't be included in any of the districts because it's not City of Columbus.
They can't,
We were trying
folks
to
in the
figure out what it
townships
was.
cannot vote
Okay.
in
Because-
city council elections.
Yeah, but it has a duplicity that is part of our, I guess, what is it? Southwestern, and we vote for the mayor, but we vote for all of the council members in Grove's city area.
okay.
So I'm trying to figure out, where they fit in, then they have their own little grouping there.
got it.
Yeah,
So they wouldn't be any part of this. These districts are not, so we're only looking at the municipality of Columbus.
okay,
And we're not changing anything. We're taking everything that belongs to Columbus and districting it. And what you're referencing is an area we can't even district or touch.
okay. That's my question.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So we got all those numbers, or were we down to the last one?
The numbers are, did you change anything just now? Or if it was 6 maybe?
If anything changed, it was 2 people, but I don't know where those 2 people went.
It was in District 6. Show me that again. Yeah, it was District 6, yeah.
All right, so we got all of the numbers recorded,
We still have 133 people that are
unaccounted.
unaccounted for, but that is way below our 1%, which is at 874 people. So,
Yeah. Can we, just so that I can have a clear conscience, can we fix where District 2 and District 1 meet on Henderson and Reed Road, around there?
when you say fix, what do you mean?
So
Well, let's zoom in on it.
Let's
Yeah.
take a look at it.
we heard when we were doing our listening sessions about that Northwest Area Commission and the work they were doing to develop with the sheep farm, and in our haste, we disregarded some of what we heard in our divisions. And I think that now that we've slowed down and we've seen the numbers work, we can go back and,
And I just want to, just a point of clarity, I don't think we intentionally disregarded anyone. We don't,
No,
we're not on a street
without
level.
question.
And so we're going to have a bunch of these comments that come up as we go through
That's
it.
right.
So we'll have to figure out how we're going to handle all of them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's all.
and not only was it a comment, it was in all of our notes, but we were just trying to create districts at that point. And so before, I think I saw red too, before we rest, yep, there it is.
So, Chair Moore, if I could, I thought your response to Ms. Wenzel, who sent the comment about this particular issue to us, was very good. I appreciate it. I do want to point out, I think this is what perhaps Avery is saying, especially as we get into the districts that are contiguous to only one other district, we don't have as many options.
Right.
We may find it necessary to take a portion of a traditional neighborhood and put it in another district, I'm not sure that Ms. Wenzel understood that she said something about being cut off or losing access to something. I think she was referring to the sheep farm that's being developed by Columbus Recreation Parks and so forth, and sort of feeling like we were drawing a line down the middle of the neighborhood. The worst that will happen, if that's the case, is that a portion of that neighborhood will be represented by, well, all of our council members are still basically at large, but will be in a district that will, by necessity, be the home of a council member. That's
Right.
the only difference. They may have two council members living in their district.
Right.
Instead of one.
Right.
In their community, instead of one.
Yep,
That will be the worst thing that could happen if we find it necessary to draw a line that doesn't respect a traditional community boundary.
that's right.
And I'm hoping just to clarify that a little bit. that
With
the
her?
folks- Well, with her or with anybody watching or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep,
Even though we felt that was a good place to start in terms of respecting traditional community boundaries, area commissions, civic associations.
I just wanted to see, because I don't think at that time we were
We're as close as we are now, and
and we weren't as good at using the software and zooming in.
could be, yeah.
So I'd love to zoom in and just see where it is we divided in District 2.
All right, so we're looking for.
What road is that?
Bethel and Henderson, Reed and Kinney.
This is Norfolk Southern, the railway line.
Can somebody help me? Bethel and Henderson, are those north-south or east-west?
Bethel and Henderson run parallel, and they run east-west.
East-west, yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm saying Feder,
And
I'm saying
Reed.
70.
Which one is north? So
Are they
help
above
get to it
70
on
or
the
below
map.
70?
So the road that would run north would be Sawmill would be one.
What about Hilliard Rome?
I'm sorry?
What about Hilliard Rome?
Hilliard Rome is too far west.
Okay, so I need to scoot over then. That's
Yep.
why I was trying to figure out how,
Yeah, we're
where I
trying
need
to-
to be
Yep, so
at.
scoot over the way you're scooting. And it'll be right where the blue and the pink meet
Just above
somewhere.
Upper Arlington that we're talking about.
Yeah,
So here's Treyview.
no,
Still too far west and south.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to zoom out to zoom back in. Is that where the blue and the pink
There's a
meet?
piece of red while you're up there.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
It only goes up here, so it goes up further. Here's
There
Henderson
we
right
go,
here.
so
Yep.
somewhere around here.
Here's Henderson, and you're looking for Henderson and Kenny, you said?
Or Reed
There's Bethel.
or Reed. So
That's
somewhere
Bethel?
in this slice, she said
So-
something about crossing over the river.
So Reed Road will
This is
be,
the-
she was going the right way for Reed Road, though.
This is Hayden Road.
Up
Yeah.
at where Case Road is.
Go right along where blue and purple meet to the right, and you'll get to Reed Road. Oh, no, down. And right across from the left to the right, Reed Road will come in if you go right. Yeah, right where the blue and the purple meet.
Here's Sawmill.
No, go down,
This?
where blue and purple are touching. Yeah, if you go straight across there, you'll come to Reed Road towards the right a little bit more.
Let's move a little to the east.
There you
Yes,
go.
There we go.
Keep going.
And
and-
we've got a little purple there that's isolated that needs to be,
That has to be, yeah, those purples gotta be blue.
that needs to move, but
Yep.
where does it move
Is
to?
this Reed right here?
Okay.
That might be, yep, that's it. And
That's what
so,
she's talking about. Oh, yeah, so
That's
all of
Reed
that
and
has
Bethel,
to be,
so Henderson and Reed would connect down here.
where's this go between?
right,
Henderson
and so
Kenny?
I think, what's District 1? So what I guess we're proposing that we make everything we see that's purple now blue,
And Commissioner
just
Frost,
in that screen.
Commissioner Frost, you have what's in District 1, so you could, if you want to assist.
I don't think that's
Commissioner-
accurate anymore.
Well, what was initially in there?
It was far northwest, far north, and portion of the northwest communities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then District 2 was Hayden Run, part of Northwest Community, Far West, West Scioto, and Olentangy West.
And so what are you all proposing?
Actually, just zoom out for one split second if you could, just one zoom.
Yeah, oh.
We're trying to make the greater Northwest area, which is District 1, I'm seeing it now. So you see the bump outs at the bottom left part of purple?
This right here?
To the left, bottom left of purple, yeah.
Right here?
Those two bottom left bump outs could be purple, that would put them back into the great Northwest.
But that would separate this purple from that purple.
Which purple from what purple?
Because would that be
This
like
blue.
this District 2 from that District 2?
Does
Yeah.
it?
I don't, yeah, can you zoom into where it's connected, please?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
so it
if
would
that
totally
became
cut that
purple,
off.
If the two little blues, the two nodes at the bottom became purple, it would stop what from happening?
District 2 would be two districts that are not connected to each other.
It may not even quite be connected now.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah, also,
I think something happened and we've lost that connection, but
you
we were relying on the river.
zoom in
I
where your
think.
arrow is, not
Right here?
a little bit to the left.
Right
Right
here?
there, yeah, so we can see how what 2 is happening anyways.
That needs to become blue? Does it?
That adds some challenges.
Does that have to be blue?
Can you zoom as close into that?
Which is blue and which is
Between-
purple?
The top is purple and the bottom
can't
is
see it?
blue.
I don't know which is which.
Well,
And so
this is where we're getting
that's not
friendly
connected
names
in.
again. One is the
Up into the other.
northwest.
No, I'm just saying which color, I don't know which color you're talking. I'm color dyslexic.
Okay.
This side is purple right now.
Okay.
That side is blue.
So it seems like if you drop down just a bit further, it looks like that blue there is an island.
Can you zoom out just so we can see this? Okay, thank you.
Just one more.
Zoom out just one more click.
One more click out?
Yeah.
See, that,
That's what they were saying.
Yes.
It's
So
by
take-
itself anyways.
so if you take that disconnected island of blue and put it up in purple, if I'm
Right.
getting those colors right.
And that's what I was saying.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
But-
then
But you're saying
these
then-
two are now unconnected. The
But they're
rest of-
already not connected.
That
No, but then
actually,
you're still leaving it by itself.
we actually, yeah.
I think you get connection along the river.
Naya, can you
Zoom out
zoom
now.
out for us? Out so we can see the whole of 2. No, it's not.
That is the only, it was intended
Oh, I
anyway,
see.
to be the only point of contact that connected those two sections that hug Upper Arlington.
And it's not effectively doing that,
It's
But I-
not doing it now, not
but
quite.
if you take it out, it'll be even worse.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna have to redo that quadrant.
There's no way to like run a screen, like make the map tell you where it doesn't touch?
Not until the end.
Okay.
But
I
you
think
can
we're
see,
there.
you can see that these are not touching, and you can also see, if I zoom in, this may or may not have been intentional, but it's also running pink as well.
I don't think that. Oh boy.
You see that? Because it's coming, it comes all the way down. It's connected, it's still contiguous, so I mean, it's fine. But this is unconnected on that side. To anything over there. So this is all unconnected technically.
But if we clicked one of the purples, then it would be connected, right? Like the one that
There's
says
the
something
one-
place?
Well, if
There's
you-
one block there in the lower left of the purple. That one block, just below your cursor, and a little, right in there, but actually just,
See, it looks to me like you have a disconnection all the way up through there
Yeah.
that is probably either Upper Arlington or unincorporated.
It's like that sliver along the blue that looks like a river could
Right.
easily be
This
on
is
District 2
Riverside.
anyways. Yeah.
Huh?
This is Riverside, and that, there's nothing, Riverside is not touching
Right.
both sides.
But is it able to serve as a connector?
I think that's what we were trying to go for
I don't
last
think
time.
it's in the city.
Well, right now, the sliver, if you zoom in, there's a sliver of pink that connects them.
But that connects all the way up here.
Exactly. So it's, right now, it's theoretically contiguous, and that's how we got away with it last time. But we weren't looking at the southern part of District 2, of District 1, where it's not connected.
So,
If
Where-
it's not pink and it's not blue and it's not red,
It's township.
It's townships.
it's township,
But
and so it's not connected.
well, that sliver is, those are touching each other. So that's how we made it contiguous.
Where?
That is District 1, where Naya's cursor is, the lighter part, that is pink for District 1. And it's connected to the darker shade, which, District 2.
Okay, I understand that.
And
Go
so
back
because
down.
of that, it is,
Go
the
back
districts
down,
touch
though.
each other, so that made it contiguous, even if it's only one place,
But, okay.
by like the narrowest reading of it, you know?
But can't we make the blue contiguous by just,
that,
if that became blue, right where she is, right where the,
yes, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
If we make that blue, the
You
question,
would have to take it all the way up to the top and across.
well, would we? That's what I'm not sure of.
if you make that blue, won't now the District 2 and the river be blue? Like, won't that all just be blue? That south on Hayden,
Jeff is right.
Hypothetically,
go all the way up to the
all
top.
of this would have to be
You have to take
blue
it clear up to
across
there.
Why would it have to be
to go all the way
blue?
over here.
Because it wouldn't be touching each other otherwise.
Because there's nothing right here. This is Riverside Drive.
can you try to make that little segment blue, or it won't even happen?
This is green.
Not
space.
there,
This?
down. South of Hayden, right there. That little mound.
I can, but it's still not connected.
It's not connected to that. You see that white space in between?
What, to the left?
Yeah,
But why is it white?
because it's not
Because it's not in the city of Columbus.
But it is.
but apparently it's not.
But if that half of the building is in Columbus, then this half of the building,
I know somebody whose house, the
Is in
front door is in Columbus, the back door is in Whitehall.
Seriously?
Same house.
Let me see if I can figure something out here.
can you try to make that blue just for giggles?
I think my battery's dead. Let's see.
Right. And so now the white part didn't turn, or the part to the left didn't turn blue, and it can't turn blue.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But there are areas where there are roads that go in and out of township. Like when you're driving on the road and you say you're now entering Franklin County, and then it says entering into whatever other county, then entering back into Franklin County. That may have something to do with annexation and how things have been done in the past.
I know
But-
the road is under the control, Riverside Drive is under the control of the Franklin County engineer.
What about Hayden?
But that doesn't mean that it's not,
Doesn't mean it.
But
doesn't
do you
mean
see
anything.
that? Look, it's Hayden
Yeah.
Road, and then it gets right to that sliver, and then it turns into Hayden Road again and is blue.
And turned into Hayden Run Road.
But it's Hayden Run on the left side and the right side. There's a sliver of 33 that's not Hayden Run Road.
But it's just not City of Columbus.
It could be county land,
It's
so
7
it's where
o'clock.
it's owned by the
Yeah.
county, but it's not owned by the city, if that makes sense.
I needed that to be blue. Okay.
But can we just go back over to that part, the island, zoom out just a little bit for me? Naya?
tell her.
That's what she,
So do you want to put that back or leave it blue? You've just,
nah, I think it's fine.
I mean, it probably should be in one. Can we scroll down so we can see what we're talking about?
Cranston, Case, Henderson, there we go, okay.
And then this part, we're saying this on the right, lower right, District 2 is not connected, correct? So back down to where we were.
right. Yeah, it looks like all that blue needs to go pink.
Into Henderson Heights Road. Where's your, to the right of where you're at? We're looking at District 2, the bottom right corner. Yes, to the, yeah. You see that hole in between? So those are, okay.
So that blue is an island.
That blue, and both blues are islands, actually. Because this part on the right isn't touching anywhere down
Oh,
to
it's
District
not?
2. No. So like we could put that little island in District 1 and not have any challenge because this part was never connected. But we still have that big old challenge with that part not being connected.
I was also wanted to
So
point
we're gonna
out,
make it District 1. The blue parts we see here would be District 1?
No,
That's not what you're saying?
that's not what I'm saying.
You're saying make the District 1 part now into blue?
I'm saying that little part, no, oh, I don't have any suggestions for how we connect these
We would
things.
need to steal at least one track there from District 1 to connect them. Right where her cursor is, if that became blue, whatever the smallest portion of that
You
she
could
could
connect
select, you could use it to connect them. But
You'd get no argument right there. Zero.
When we're talking about, I mean, I guess the neighborhood feel
North-
is not
north
going
of
to change
Henderson.
across.
north of Henderson, we need to jump over Henderson to connect them.
something to also think about is that it is still technically, it's sharing, the continuity is on that same street. I don't know if that helps or not, but it is the same street, like it's,
That's considered contiguous?
Yeah, is the city owns a right-of-way. You're saying the right-of-way will connect them, even if there's no parcel that connects them, other than
I'm
the
not
city
saying
right-of-way?
that exactly, but I know that one of the requirements is to utilize existing roadways or boundaries. So I'm like, I'm not sure about this, and that's all I'm saying, is that potentially if it's the same, if it shares a boundary with a roadway, it might, but
That's where your cursor is. That looks like commercial, right? Like if you zoom in,
It is.
that's PNC Bank, like the District
You got-
1 part. If you can
You got
scroll a little
Mark's,
bit.
PNC Bank, you got a laundromat that my friend owns, the Patel
Can we
brothers.
scroll down, I guess? So we can just see what's in District 1 right above that line. Yeah, as long as it's not houses, I don't have an objection.
And there are houses, but they're all rental units. Durker Road has a bunch of rentals. I mean, this area does not have as strong an identity as some of the other areas we were talking with.
That doesn't look like, in right here where she is at, if that's a tract by itself, and that doesn't appear to have any residential units based on the other grids, then
So you want to make it blue?
I would suggest making it.
Yeah, make it blue.
So I'm trying to, how do we cheat over without
Yep.
further aggravating
Yes.
neighborhoods?
That is a.
Only where her cursor got would be a little weird. Right there can't be, those people right there would not want to
Yeah, I'm
not
talking
be a
back where
part
we
of the
were.
Northwest
Where the
area.
Walmart is.
Where's the Walmart?
Walmart's up at Sawmill and Bethel.
Okay, but
This
that
is all
appears,
south of that.
this appears to be one census block.
Take that track. I don't think you'd have any
Then I think we
disagreement.
could move to District 2
Try it.
and not change our population, but it will connect.
And
now.
those aren't
Your population will
apartments?
be surprisingly higher than you think because of the
Those are
rental
apartments.
units.
Yeah, those are people.
Yeah, but go ahead. Try it.
Let's see what happens.
what am I trying?
The area just to the right of your cursor. that
Here?
little-
All of that becoming blue.
Just that one census block.
This one right here?
It's right there.
Okay.
Okay. So now they're definitely connected.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
They're
did our-
connected there.
There, not
but
near the river.
The other area is
You're
still
still not
unconnected.
That's more complicated.
You've just put more people in the same category as that email we already got.
I would agree.
Well, that's okay, but what we're doing right now is making sure we don't have these
Right.
two sections of District 2 that are disconnected.
But we still don't cross the river.
Man,
not
District
yet.
2 is
We
crazy.
need to figure that one out too.
That is a crazy shape.
And District 2 has 90,000 people.
Okay?
90031. I can't type anything.
What district was that? We said 2?
District 2 has 90,000.
And we have an email with them saying, please put us in from 2 to 1. How many does District 1 have?
88, 344.
88?
Now, what she was saying, Ms. Wenzel, was saying was that we had crossed the river, in effect.
Maybe she was talking about
She was
District
mixing
2,
apples with oranges on that one. We did cross the river.
but it wouldn't have
And at
affected
one point,
her.
the reason we were crossing the river was, but really what we did was we created a north-south line in the middle of the northwest area
Right.
that was rather arbitrary. We were looking for Bethel Road or Henderson Road, and she's saying, just go down one more block. It's a more natural divider in her community. She's saying she lives north of Henderson, and that makes her more like the Northwest District 1 than District 2.
But is north of Henderson the blue part we were just messing with, or is it in District 1?
Well, that's what she was saying. She's saying take her out of the blue part and put her in the pink part.
No, I hear what that,
Yeah.
but I'm saying what we just did to make this contiguous, where, like,
We took the commercial tract and used it to connect to the two sections of District 2. So that
Right.
won't frankly have affected her concern in that.
She's saying go further east
Right.
and turn her pink.
and I'm asking if we go further east and turn it pink, does that divide us again? I don't know the area.
No, I don't think it does. Can we zoom in a little bit where
Yeah.
1 and 2 connect, Naya?
Right about,
Right
actually
where
just
that,
above
you see
your
where
cursor.
that island is, the pink island?
Yeah.
She's saying just make everything north of that pink island pink.
Everything, well,
Just draw the line at Henderson. Is that Henderson? Carriage Place. So that's Bethel.
Not all the way that far, no.
No, not,
Over,
Yeah.
right down, right there, right? Like, why is that blue? She's saying that can be pink. North of that little pink island.
let's make
This right
everything
here?
north of Bethel
Right.
pink.
I think if we
Pink.
do that, this might be I don't know if this is a whole piece. This might be a whole piece.
That's actually my old house right there.
yeah, so if you did take everything north of Bethel, which is already, we need to go on both ways, it wouldn't divide anything, so
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
But, so we would take that blue and make it pink, is what we're
Every,
saying?
All of
every piece of
this?
blue, every piece of blue north of Bethel, making it pink.
Okay.
There we
Yep.
go.
All right, so what are our numbers now?
District 1 has 88,740,
And District 2 has what?
89,044.
That's still close, though.
Okay.
Still need to figure out how to connect it at the river, but
That's the airfield, that white?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that?
Oh, not that part, I'm sorry. Good, zoom back out. To the left, where the blue and the, yeah, there. So is that the airfield?
no.
No.
What is that?
Scioto
That's what
Park?
we were looking at earlier.
Right, and so since it's a park, is there, like, I don't
I
know where
don't
you
know
would
what that is.
connect it?
That's Griggs Reservoir and north of it, which I thought was city land. I don't know why it's not. Griggs is a police, Columbus
There are
Police.
structures inside that polygon. I just don't know what they are.
You have the Columbus Police substation there. And then you have those little structures you rent for parties at Griggs Reservoir, which is a part of Columbus Metro Parks.
Just because, I mean, it may be owned by the city, but still not in the city.
Right.
That's entirely possible. With the river and that green space and those divides, that feels like a natural division. So I'm not sure how we cheat over back into the pink again.
I mean, other than the river, the blue is connecting right there.
The blue is not connected.
Well, the land right next to the bank, right? I mean, that's a river bank.
Sort of. It's a stretch, is what it is. Unfortunately.
That's gotta be a connection. I mean, or we gotta find out legally what more would be required to make that a connection. I mean, we're not talking about residents being impacted by it not being connected. I don't know. How are we defining contiguous?
I'm voting that we leave that one up to the
Council?
spell check.
Yeah,
Nah, when we
Yeah.
have to go to,
I'm
the
with you.
Esri sniff test.
yeah, I'm with you.
But we might have to have an option for how we're gonna fix it if it's not contiguous, but
Yeah, we definitely, we probably do need some research on it. You know, when we're talking about zoning districts, or we're talking about special improvement districts, there you actually have to have parcels, owned parcels that are contiguous, that make it, so you can't have a SID that has multiple pieces spread out. They have to be contiguous. But here, it's not really a parcel. It's a right-of-way, and in this case, green space and whatever.
According to Merriam-Webster dictionary, contiguous means sharing a common border touching.
Yeah,
The 48 contiguous states is the example they use.
right.
But there's places where,
We need Black's Law Dictionary, not Merriam-Webster.
right,
I'll check
Right.
there. Hold, please.
thank you. I do not think that this is contiguous. Like, even with the split, because if it was, it would be connected.
You know what?
Looks like there's no way to make it.
that's my point,
You
is
know
that if it
what?
can't be contiguous, then that's not a burden
We're
that
kind
is.
of sunk.
I move we adjourn. We're done for tonight, but can we have Naya check with somebody in either the city attorney's office or the development department or something, and tell us if we have contiguity according to this charter provision
Right.
in this area?
I think that would be,
Contiguous under Black Law Dictionary says in close proximity, in actual close contact, touching, bonded, or traversed by.
And my argument is that's close enough proximity, especially since it floods 30 days of the year.
we can't use that as a,
Well, no, what I'm saying is, if you know that piece of land, that building is Strader's, and then that is the land in front of Strader's, that's the road I mean, it's contiguous.
but there are other places where we are having to just deal with the townships. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
But see, there's a distinction there. The distinction is,
or not townships, but not incorporated City of Columbus space, to be specific.
right. The distinction
And-
is,
and-
what we're trying to avoid by that requirement is we don't want to have Columbus voters
Right.
who are separated by voters in some other jurisdiction
Right.
by other Columbus voters, where we're clearly not contiguous. Here, we've got Columbus voters, we've got a street, we've got more Columbus voters. That seems to me, from the standpoint of our
A
charter.
street without
charge-
residents.
I'm with Jeff. I would like to get.
Yeah, I
No, I'm with-
absolutely
I'm
agree.
with
We
Jeff
need an
as well.
Because
opinion.
we're gonna, like.
Because the place
we
we
don't
see
agree.
where there's non-contiguity is Whitehall. Whitehall blocks.
I mean, in different townships and stuff too.
Right.
In different places that are not specifically a township, that are not incorporated.
Right.
And so this isn't gonna be the only place. This
Right.
just happens to be the most,
This is the place that's really kind of got
But if you
us-
look at Whitehall, it's blaring as well. Can we look at Whitehall real
no,
quick?
but it's
No,
not.
we don't have this, we don't have this
It really
problem in
isn't.
Whitehall.
Like,
I will be honest with you, even when you're getting a legal, they're gonna say, I don't know that they will give you like here is a for sure answer. It's gonna be, I think it's still gonna give you,
I would like to just have some.
I can
advice.
ask. I don't know who that person would be because I don't think the city attorney's office would be able to do that, but I can see.
I'm just concerned that we may have that entire northwest peninsula of District 2
How else do you connect it?
cut off from anything else. We can't connect it to anything else.
If this doesn't meet
Well-
the standard for contiguity, then we can't make a map with contiguity. There's no other way
You
that
just
it
have to
could
cut
connect.
up further
Where?
Into the
Into
pink.
District 1?
Yeah.
Well,
But the
if
only
that runs
crossover is right there.
all along the riverbank,
Where else does 1 touch 2?
I mean, there. Like, so if we would have to cheat in if we have to make that decision.
Where?
I'm not following.
Like, you see that pink? The pink that could be blue?
But if it was, that wouldn't make any difference to the part on the other side of the river.
Right, how does it cross the river?
It would if the blue becomes pink, then it would be touching and crossing the river, because this part of the blue already is crossing the river.
Well, it's not contiguous to any other area of Columbus, so it's got to have contiguity to be a part of the city of Columbus somehow.
Somehow.
And that's the definition. I'm depending to be the one that says that's where we can cross the river.
Right.
The same way that they've used it to say that that is a part of
Right.
Columbus
Right.
is the same way that it'll say by that definition.
Yep.
It is
That
within
can
a
be-
voting district of
Right,
Columbus.
right.
That's,
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
oi,
Can we stop for tonight?
I'm good with that.
are we, is
All
this a
right,
good?
I move that
point?
we call this meeting adjourned.
Let's just see where we stand.
Yes, population.
Monica could help us with a tie break.
Wait, is there a tie?
Well, maybe not, but I don't think it's contiguous. So,
Well,
No, I don't need it to be Monica. I need it to be whatever Columbus used to define that area west of the river as Columbus, that definition of contiguity to be
Yeah.
ours.
right, and it has to work that way because there's no other place that it can be contiguous to Columbus except through there.
The only way Columbus can call that area on the other side of the river Columbus is that there was somewhere that was defined as being contiguous with the rest.
but yes, but you guys don't see how adding blue to pink, because if it's already blue on the other side of the river, and if we make that, which are touching each other.
Zoom out a little bit, please, Naya. If we make it blue up there, then you're saying it's contiguous?
I'm saying you have to go around that white block. I'm not saying that anybody would like it, I'm just saying
Yeah.
that that could be a way to make it, if that is not considered contiguous.
Yeah, I see.
So you're saying if you went where?
Up to
So
the
I think she's
top.
saying if you go around this block here
Yes.
and make all these blocks that are around here and make them blue, that would connect all of that.
And even further up,
The-
but I'm not saying it's ideal,
You're not-
I'm just
no,
saying
no,
that
I'm
there
with you,
could be
but you're
another
saying
way.
that would be the, okay.
The charter specifically says they have to be geographic communities, i.e. every district has to share a border with at least one other district. So. the
And a
bo- there-
river, and a river does not
It says.
disrupt a border, is that right?
It says the commission should try to draw distinct boundaries using existing election precincts and geographically identifiable boundaries such as roads and waterways.
Roads.
Said we
We
should
did a
try.
road and a water.
We do, we have a road, I mean.
A road and a waterway.
Kind of how we,
We did a road and a Hayden Run Road.
I think, we hear you.
All right, all
Like,
right.
I don't think that
we
you
made our point.
yeah, you've made your point. I just would like to hear specifically. And I'll go back and read the charter myself too. Maybe
right.
that'll be helpful for all of us to just
Yes.
reorient to the charter again.
This is a head scratcher. We need some help on that, I think.
All right.
And there's also like 7 other districts that are out of balance still that we have to.
Can we look at the numbers once more before we leave?
Yes.
I just also want to clarify that next week we have about 2 weeks, 2 sessions left to try to bring this into compliance. So be mindful of the time that you have and whether you are thinking that you'll need more time or what that looks like, or just utilizing the time that you do have.
And also knowing that whatever we present at the end of this month will not be ideal no matter what, because
Yes.
we're off between 1,000 and 2,000 in every district. We're going to have to go back and cut some stuff up,
Yeah.
no matter what we talk about. to
And
make
we
it-
get
to
the
to
wake-up call of the
percentage.
census data.
I will be viewing the hearing tomorrow that the Census Bureau is doing. I believe it's at 1 o'clock. So I'm hoping that when they send that information out, I will at least be able to see the population data for Columbus. So that will let me know exactly how much Columbus has grown, even if I don't know where it's grown at, just to be able to see, like,
Yep.
just have an idea of how much it's
Percentage
grown.
growth, yeah.
I think that will be helpful information, at least for me to share with you all, so that you can start thinking about, you know, how much larger these districts have to get.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, let's call this meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Naya.
Thank you, commissioners. Thank you, council.